Hello everybody and welcome to Warhammer 40k, a channel Crusade, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the damn legionaire, and at the end of the video I'm going to be discussing the patch notes that dropped. We're going to jump straight into it and I'm going to show you the new hero, which is the damn legionaire for Royal Space Marines, or just Space Marines. So this is him. Now, he looks great. Well, certain things we'll talk about later. So, if you don't know the Legion of the Damned, they're a mysterious Space Marine force numbering, I think, only have maybe 200 members. They're a lost chapter, essentially. I know this guy comes with... So, the war gear, I believe he comes with a bolt gun, a bolt pistol, 2 frag grenades, an ammo pack. And we're going to get into the stats later, because I want to show you a loadout, because it's a pay-to-win discussion that a lot of people have been throwing out there. You know, with a bit of ignorance in there, so I'll be discussing that later on. So, first glance, he seems really cool. However, this is the problem I have, and this is the problem that a lot of people have with all the heroes, and they're all overpriced. Like, this is the Possessed Marine, which I'm not going to get into, because this class is terrible. The Orcs have one. The Orcs class is okay. It's fine. It's alright. It's pretty good, actually. The Space Marines have the best one thus far. However, heroes are only skins. These are only skins. I could make a better version of this, which I'm going to do later on, from a standard veteran. So everyone who's saying this is pay to win, this is just a buffed, like a super buffed LSM tactical, it's not. So I'm not going to be buying it. Even though I do have the RTC and I have RTC left over, I'm not going to actually be buying it. What I am going to be doing is discussing the stats. So, the stats, I've already read out the war gear. The stats are as follows: 250 HP, 350 armor, and 140 toughness. Now, while this defense stats are more than a normal veteran tactical marine can achieve, which I suppose is one of the arguments for pay to win, I'm going to go in and quickly create a class I think is a good representation of why a normal veteran marine is better, as my class will have higher damage but less defense overall. And we are back. Now, this is my class busy to compete with the damn legionaire. Now, you'll notice my stats are quite less than what it has in terms of health and toughness. However, killing wise, like killing speed, this class is superior to the damn legionaire in close quarters, simply because of the CQC barrel. So the damn legionaire has a standard bolt gun with only the flaming rounds, essentially. That's his damage, but with the CQC barrel, which I put onto it, bumps it up another, a good bit for close quarters. I think that's the good add-on. I have quicker armor regen die. We also get the bonuses from this. So our armor regen will be quite good. And now, there is something I want to discuss. The frag grenades of the damn legionaire, well, frag grenades themselves aren't, well, in my opinion, they need a slight buff. Because the grenades in this game, in my opinion, are laughable. They're... Orcs and Chaos will always have enough HP to survive frag grenades. Like, I've very rarely killed an Orc or a Chaos Space Marine with the frag grenades in general. Very rarely I've killed any of them with it. I used to take these all the time. Then I moved on, because in my opinion, while the cracks aren't great, and actually they do require a bit of skill to get used to them. In terms of anti-infantry, I believe these are pretty much superior if you can hit with them. Of course, you can always take the frags and be helpful to your team by stunning the enemies and stuff like that. And a very good technique is to actually shoot the grenades out of the air. But of course, that's a skill gap, and most people will just toss the grenades out of cover, which, it's fine. But in my opinion, they just simply aren't worth taking for the price, because they're pretty much useless. I think the character bundle is a fine bundle to take. However, the thing I would take mostly is a servo skull. These things will just do work for your team. They are proven, in my opinion, to be the best option when leading a squad. In normal games, I would always take these. Like just when playing with randoms, I would always take these. I'm always helping my team constantly at that stage. I'm always helping them instead of just letting them with their own devices and getting themselves killed, because randoms in this game, especially in LSM, are a bit annoying. However, LR's ones are a bit bad as well, but we're not here to discuss that now. The Melt-A-Bomb, you don't want to be taking this unless you're doing anti-infantry, anti-vehicle stuff, and even then, the carrot grenades pretty much keep you set for anti-vehicle stuff, because they do, I think it's a tiny bit more damage in this, even though the Melt-A-Bomb does a much better burst on it. I would still say the carrot bundle is probably your best all-around bet. So my weapon does more damage now. I dropped the flaming rounds for the pistol because, well, the bolt pistol is usually a last resort because the damage drop off is significant, and 10 damage for the fire over time is not going to let you a long range kill the pistol. Now it is worth experimenting on a night on like ground units, like, you know, ground assaults, because they could maybe carry a sword or a good buffed up sword, and then this that'd be a really good sidearm to have, which, you know, I might consider in the future. However, do take note, only veterans can take blazing rounds. Killed by veterans only on bolt guns. So you cannot have normal classes running around with this, which straight up says this class is not pay to win at all. The damn legionaire is not pay to win at all, because you can only have these in veterans, and you can get them on normal classes. You know, and all this stuff. Now, paying for convenience on the other hand, yes, this is paying for convenience. Either you work really hard to get all the stuff you want, like this. Like, I already have everything, and well, I'll show you how to unlock them in a second. But in my opinion, this class that I'm showing you right now is significantly more, is way better than the damn legionaire. So because of its killing power, and, you know, of course, if it was me, I would be taking this and dropping the armor stabilizer, and now you can help your team quite a lot. Now, this is just the class I made up very quickly. I probably don't think it's fantastic. Didn't mean that. This is the class I use, which, as you know, it's very, very similar to it. Only I don't. Don't get me wrong. The ammo pack is good knowing that, and you want to really, you know, help the heavy bolters and all and stuff like that, like on top of defense maps. I just don't think it's worth it in the long run. It's just my opinion. I just do not genuinely think it's worth it at all. I don't even know what I use. Let's see, I use the spread one. But the bolter is not that hard to control at all. So that's pretty much it for my opinion on the damn legionaire. Do I think it's worth it? No, not at all. Not even remotely worth it at all. Now, quickly, I'm going to show you how to unlock this stuff. You know, let's say you don't know how to unlock the blazing rounds and stuff like that. You go to advancements. If you're level 6 and you can't earn any more advancement points, don't worry. When I logged in, I actually got 150 advancement points, and the advancement trees are here for the pistol. They are along the jump assault tree, and the blazing rounds are here. Right here on the bolt guns, right above the veterans unlocks. And that, they gave me 150, and each one was, I think, 75 AP, and that was enough to earn me both of them. So that'll do it for the damn legionaire. In my opinion, overpriced, don't buy it, and some of the art is very questionable, such as the art on the pauldrons and the leg. The flames do not look very good at all. The fire effect's nice, however. I do have to give it that credit. Now I'm going to quickly go over and discuss the patch notes that have been brought to my attention here, which are the... well, it's basically just all the patch notes. So I'm going to start off with the biggest thing here, which is the RTC issue that people were having. So now second purchases of the game, such as the... well, I'll give an example here. The Imperial Edition is $50, because it contains $100 worth of RTC and items. But if you bought Squadron before that, sometimes the RTC would not go into your account as a direct result of you already having the game, essentially. So that was an issue, and it'll now be fixed. They're upping the RTC, so you're getting basically free RTC if you bought the packs. And I never heard of this as an issue, but however, I'm glad it's fixed now, so people will get the money they're worth, you know. Very good of them. Basically just some free RTC, and they're actually fixing the Steam card drops, which I have heard some about, not a lot though. They also mentioned they will take a look at the degradation of their service. You know, they're going to take out when it started degrading, where you see where your Steam ID is located, so they can test out the servers, and what degraded, such as like the ping, the rubber banding, the maps, the frame rates. And they also mentioned the Eldar campaign here, which, if you don't know, has been pushed back, and apparently it is in preparation according to this. So, to be honest, these patch notes are not that big. You know, the sooner the Eldar campaign comes, the sooner we know if they're gonna fix it or not. So there's talking about here that they either might wait for a brand new campaign system, or they might just, you know, fix it up a wee bit. The matchmaker, yep. So they're just saying they're waiting for the campaigns. Now, this is the patch notes. New Space Marine hero available for purchase. We have already went over that. Shield weapon mods are now functional. Now, if you didn't know, when you equip the shield weapon mod, which I believe the only one is the repair generator, the stats wouldn't actually go up. The stats of a game in the game itself went up, I believe. However, it didn't display the stats, so it made it very hard to know what you were getting. I always just assumed it was 50%, and no, it was not 50%. I added actually 5 durability due to Mastercraft the weapons being the thing. So I just basically thought it was the exact same thing. That's fixed now. Fixed overheating weapons not properly setting the cooling state on the server. Now, I don't know what that is. I don't know if some weapons were appearing to fire more than what they could, or if more weapons could fire more than they could, but I haven't heard anything about that. Various store thumbnails fixed and some icons. Great, that people know they're banned. Various material fixes for appearance customization. I've heard that was an issue. Various material fixes for appearance customization, yep. Black Bolt, some blockers fixed. Okay. Ronin, Fort Ronin, which is a map in this. Some holes patched. As meant, new ablaze rounds in the progression tree, which I mentioned in previously. Fixed synapse cut achievement tree not unlocking with some personal hand weapons. I don't know what that is, sorry. Fixed synapse cut achievement tree. I'll take a closer look into that. Fixed Eldar evade, lengthened the timing window for evading animation so the cancel doesn't occur if there's a acute attack. So the Eldar got a slight nerf then. Did they? Yes, you can see the Eldar can cancel out animations and stuff like that, so it is, I wouldn't call it a nerf, I would call it a bug fix, because I think the Eldar being able to cancel the evade animation is fucking ridiculous. I don't think it should be a thing. I think once you evade, you should commit to it. You know, if you're playing ranged, you know, rolling isn't a thing you'll need to do all constantly. So I think that's good. And the final note I can see is increased XP cap for complex and horde PvE modes, which, to be honest, I think is a step in the right direction. I think that we have to incentivize people to play PvE, because currently there's no point. There is the campaigns which reward, will give you a shoulder piece. I've gotten the shoulder piece, and I don't think it looks that good. To be honest, I don't really think the package in it's I think PvE isn't worth it at all at the moment. And I think this is the right way to go, buff the XP and all again, because currently I could hop into a game and get something like 5k XP easily, just by using servo skulls and stuff like that, doing anti-vehicle, and especially if I'm playing with a group. You know, that is, it's very easy to earn more XP when you play with a group. So I think it's good that they're incentivizing people to actually play the PvE modes, because it means they haven't completely given up on them yet. However, I do think they should do more, such as, you know, certain weapon rewards and even skin rewards could be a thing to consider. Now, my overall opinion of this patch as a whole, I think it was okay. Well, don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad, but it didn't really fix many issues I have with the game at all. It just kind of added some stuff. It had fixed some issues and added some more stuff, but just see from the thumbnail notes I just read out to you, I don't think anything was really fixed in this game. I don't think any balance changes were truly implemented. And I don't think they will be for a while, if I'm honest. I think that, the weapon balance really needs to be the number one concern on their minds. And however, I do think new weapons can be added. But a very important thing, like one of the biggest things they need to take a look at, they need to take a small look at the grav weapons. I don't really notice grav weapons being used very much at all. In organized groups maybe, but the thing is, there's no thing using them over a multi-melt like a Melta. Except in Eldar vehicles to slow them down, but even then the pistol, in my opinion, is more than worth it, because the unique grav gun, the snap grav, and the unique grav cannon, the magneto cannon, or whatever you call it, I think both are completely atrocious. Stats wise, the cannon, it doesn't slow down significantly for the tiniest amount of damage increase. The vehicles, it's awful. And the snap grav, if you take a look at the stats at DPS, a fully modded grav gun will do more. Well, it won't do more. It'll do more in the burst it gets than snap grav will, because snap grav overheats faster but does more damage as a result. However, with the damage mod and stuff like that, you can up the damage in the normal ones, which brings it more in line with it. So, I think the devs really need to take a look at the Eldar and give them more stuff, because they're quite bare bones at the moment. And I really think I think the game's a lot better since the update, or the revamped toughness, armor, and health. However, I still think as I've said, the frag grenades need to be a bit buffed up, and they still haven't fixed the Eldar lawnmower, essentially their fucking vehicles, where they just tap in the Killian Star. And I know people say to roll under them, but the Eldar vehicles just reverse Killian Star. I think they need to take a look at. I think this game was a long way to go before it's worth any. It's worth some money, and I would it's free to play now, so you can jump in it if you want to. It's not that bad, But some stuff does need looked at. They still have not done anything about the cannon significantly. In my opinion, the cannon needs a strong enough reason not to use it. But that's going to do it for me, probably. I really don't have much more to say on that point. Some of the spawns need to be fixed as well. That's another issue I seem to have with the game sometimes, is that I've been spawned into bad situations. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care now.